it felt good in the sense to just like kind of be taken care of, because I'm always doing all the foreplay. Like I feel like I'm an intimacy king, so I feel like I met my match because I'm always doing the massages. I'm always putting my tongue here and there, using whipped cream. I've used honey before. I've shaved a girl before. You know, I even. Yeah, gave a girl a shower. So I listen, I didn't get into because I'm making this about you, but I've been in my intimacy bag. But this is definitely a different level, you know, with the feather and then like having a woman take control.
Yeah, and then it's for people who like to teeter-totter between pleasure and pain. You can do the pinwheel. That one is different. I don't know, depending on your pain level, but it teeter-totters between pain and pleasure.
I don't like pain. Why you think I'm single for so long? No.
You know what? We're not doing it.
Ouch, pinwheel. Where we putting that?
Yes, you can explore it on your erogenous zone. So one funny thing for me is I like it on my tongue.
You want a pinwheel on your tongue?
Yes.
So what does it describe it? Because I'm assuming you don't have it with you.
I do have it with me. I wasn't gonna pull it out, y'all.
Oh, please pull it out.
Do.
For a little bit, just for a little bit, like a second or two. We're not gonna put it on your tongue if you don't want to. But let me just see this pin of a wheel of a pin, whatever you call it. Let me see it.
Okay.
Please.
How do y'all feel about me grabbing it real quick? Or no, don't grab it.
Grab it.
Because it's in my bag.
Grab it.
Okay.
Grab it. Oh, grab the pinwheel. Grab the pinwheel.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you wild. You the wild west.
Here at A to Table, we sponsor our own drinks. No,
Oh, that would be lovely.
Oh, we will.
That would be lovely. So pinwheels are a little bit different. Yeah. So originally pinwheels were created to test nerves. So yeah, it was a medical device when they were first invented, but now people use them in a BDSM and kink world. I'm gonna start with your hand.
Let me just feel it real quick. May I please feel
the pinwheel?
It's like the damn thing in the back of a cowboy boot.
But look, I'm gonna.
It's kind of heavy. That's what I want to feel. It's kind of heavy. All right.
So may I play with your hand?
Yes, you may. Go ahead.
Okay. So what you do with the pinwheel is you can test a safe space. So especially for, a man or a penis owner, I think it's important to ask questions first. Do not apply too much pressure. Ask as much pressure as you need, or if you need me to lighten up, okay?
Right.
So we'll start with a safe space. So we're gonna take the pinwheel. Where do you feel it?
Yo, surprisingly, that shit feel good.
Yeah.
Oh, lie. I mean, I feel it all in my hand, but it's like this is the first time my hand got this much pleasure without me doing the work.
And that's how you use a pinwheel, right? And that's just to start, because like I said, for me, I like it on my tongue. So can you imagine the way that feels on my tongue and the sensation that goes down my throat? We're not doing that on camera. Okay. They might like that a little too much.
All right, I tried.
This is PG. I don't know what's the network, PG-13.
Yeah. So can I do it in your arm? May I please do it in your arm?
Yeah. You can.
Okay.
I was like, can you start slow?
I'm aggressive. I'm gonna talk. Okay. I'm gonna start from here.
Okay.
Hope I'm doing this right.
Oh, you're good.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, your boy Pinwheeling out here. Listen.
Just a little,
I lived. This is wow.
And so this, for a lot of people, depending on how much pressure you apply, can be the cross line between. Yeah, that feels good right there. That feels good.
Continue.
Okay, that felt good. That was a new place for me. Right? So in body mapping, so what you're doing is you're exploring different erogenous zones or discovering new ones. So you may think that you know all of your spots and all of the places that you like to be touched, but one little device, introducing something just a little bit different, can have you saying, I like that felt great. Like, right in the shoulder blade area, like, ooh, like right on the back of the arm. You would never think that you would be aroused from those spaces, but that felt good enough for me to tell my next partner, like, baby, you have to pinwheel a little bit on the back of the arm. It felt good. It felt great.
Not the neck for me. I realize that.
Maybe
because I'm doing it to myself, but not the neck.
Let's see. You want to try?
All right, we try one more.
Let's try.
Let's see.
Let's start from a place you like.
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. The neck is not for me.
No? Okay, so no to the neck?
Yeah.
So in body mapping, we would know that you don't like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
encourage couples to also, when you're trying to explore intimacy, kind of figure out the different physical spaces that you like that are non-penetrative in order to explore.
Yeah.
So,
But I definitely like the feather though.
And that's for one-on-one though. That's for our one-on-one partners.
Okay.
Like, and I'm not saying that if you didn't have more than one partner, you couldn't do it. It's just that, at that point, I hope you got a good memory because, got to remember that Sean likes this and Jason likes that. So,
super multitasking there. Okay.
So just be mindful that even if you do have different partners, your partners might like different things. Some might prefer the feather, some might like the pinwheel, others might like to be blindfolded or when you tie the blindfold around the neck.
All right, so I definitely have a question when I ask you before I get there, because I want to just one more question about. I mean, it's still intimacy, but just more on a one-on-one or off camera. No, I want to talk about off camera. We talked about you being No, you are a poly-explorative, right? Did I say that right?
Poly-explorative.
So explain what that means.
Yeah, so being poly-explorative is like the second space of polycurious. So polycurious is similar to bi-curious where you are curious about exploring something different or something new. So for polycurious, it's when you're exploring, studying, learning about the polyam lifestyle, the polyam dynamics. And when you're poly-explorative, you're actually actively exploring what polyam means to you. So you can come from the swinger community where you were not building polyam relationships, or you can be, single, or you could be monogamous, and you could be exploring what it looks like to date in the polyam community. For me specifically, I am a monogamish woman who's exploring dating in the polyam community. And I say monogamish because I am a monogamous woman, and that's how I came into polyam. But, I got a couple dudes might want to, be my boyfriend,
So, all right. It's okay. You're poly-explorative. Let's say I'm poly. It's me, my lady, right? And we're all poly.
Yeah.
I approach you. Are you joining us or are you just having sexual relationships with us? Are you my girlfriend and their girlfriend? Like, what does that look like?
So it depends on the dynamic. So if I just wanted to have sex with you all, it wouldn't be a polyam experience. It would be me just having sex with you.
Okay.
But being in a relationship with you is what makes it a polyam dynamic for me. So yeah, I mean, if that was the case, I would be joining, and I would be joining as, your woman if I met you first. And if I did like, one of the other women, that's something we can talk about and explore, because something that I've found in the community and with clients that I've worked with that are monogamous is polyam community over communicate. Like everything's about communication because now you're bringing in more than one person into a relationship. So I think that even for my monogamous clients, they have a lot to learn from, the polyam community. It cannot be your lifestyle, but, we have to give credit where credit is due. And the polyam community prioritizes communication. So, that's something that definitely drew me to the community.
All right. Okay. So being that you said you wouldn't mind joining, if it made sense. Have you ever, let's talk about threesomes, right? And you don't have to talk about like your personal experience with them, but we were talking about threesomes and, damn, help me, we was talking about it off camera and
So connecting intimacy and threesomes.
Yes.
So
how does that show up in that space? And can it?
I mean, I think it would depend on the people. So if you are looking to just have a sexual experience, you're looking for something crazy, it's kind of like a one and done, maybe you went to a swingers party with your partner and you guys just wanted to go explore, but it wasn't like you were fully invested in giving that person intimacy. It was more of a physical action for you and that's it. That could be the case. But in threesomes, there is ways to have intimacy. So if you know your partners and let's say I'm dating you and I'm dating someone else and I'm like, I really like them both and I like them both equally, but I love doing fellatio with this partner, but I like the way, we do it doggy style. So I might ask my partners, hey, I'm open. You guys know that I'm dating more than one person. Can we come together and have an experience? And because you all know me, your level of intimacy with me, if we're comfortable enough, it's going to be present and it's going to be there. And and with intimacy, I will say, and with intimacy and threesomes, it's important to just communicate. Let your partners know what kind of experience you want to have. And let me tell you, ladies, whether it is a threesome experience or just your partner, the way you say things, it's everything. So let's take a threesome, right, where I'm telling a guy, I like your fellatio, I like the way you do it from the back. I love giving you head. And I want to do it with someone else.
What?
Right?
You just let me up to bring me down. I don't know.
I want to do it with someone else. I want to bring you into the fold. So I want to give you head while we include another lover. Is that okay?
No. Is it a woman?
Look, hard no
Is it
for
a woman?
Oliver. And in some cases that may
For me,
it's
be a hard no.
But there are plenty of partners who are okay with having, different interactions and different styles of threesome. But that's only one.
One person that could be hard in that room.
It can be present. It just depends on the partner.
Thank you. So with this journey that you've been on, like, what has been like, things that like the key things you've taken away with yourself, like that you learned, like about like things you didn't know about yourself, but you now know, like through this journey of being an intimacy coach and learning about sex. Like, what are the things that, like, what are the few things that's like, this changed my life, or this is new to me, and I didn't know this about myself?
I think that the expectations is probably the biggest thing. I think that most people,
thank you for saying that.
Expectations. I think that most people come into my space because the expectations were so high, but there's high expectations with lack of communication. And sometimes it's not just that. Some people might say, well, I tried and I talked to my partner and I did this and I did that, but it's the way we say it. We think that we're telling our partners what we want, but we're talking at them. We're not talking to them. We're not willing to work with them. So some of my biggest takeaways just in the line of work, and I'm so grateful that, couples open themselves up to me and individuals open themselves up to me, to just trust my work and trust what I do. But I'm learning from them as well. And I'm learning to be more patient. I'm learning to communicate better. I'm learning that sometimes people are experiencing things and sexual traumas, including men, that they haven't expressed yet. And it's showing up in a different way. And I might be taking it personal, but it has nothing to do with me, So as a partner, my job is to help and not hurt by not listening or not being understanding.
Damn, I like that. I definitely like that. Yeah, because, like I said earlier, I'm big on intimacy, and I just don't believe intimacy is just always about giving head, right? It's communication. It's knowing yourself, trying to figure your partner out, wanting to figure your partner out, like you said, being intentional. So yeah, definitely understand. And I love that this is what you're doing and you're educating people out here. I definitely love it. What are some fun key facts about, being an intimacy coach and your travels? Like, so what are some like fun key facts about that?
Yeah, so fun sex facts?
Yes.
Okay, fun sex facts. Okay, look, sex facts, okay? So I want to represent for everybody, and I'm going to start with men. And I'm gonna
Sex and intimacy, so both. Yeah, go ahead.
Sex and intimacy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with the men. I want to talk about men that are not circumcised. There's a lot of misconceptions around...
I am. Just want to say that. Yeah.
Nobody was worried about you. Okay. Not my man, not my problem. No, I'm just playing.
Oh, you're right.
Look, ladies, take note. Not your man, not your problem. No, but there's a big misconception around penises that are not circumcised. There's this ideology or this belief that they're dirtier, or that, if you have sex with a man who has an uncircumcised penis, that you're going to catch an STI. But the reality is that most men that I know, that I've shared space with, they learn how to clean properly at a very early age. So it's not that they are more inclined to catch STIs at a rate that's alarming, because the percentage is like 0.3. Yeah. Like, that's not even... We're not even talking, we're not talking about an astronomical, what the priority is the cleanliness of the person, right? It doesn't mean that circumcised penises are STI free, because that's not the truth. So I definitely want to, acknowledge the fact that it's okay to, have sex with a man that's not circumcised. And in fact, they do have more nerve endings than men who are uncircumcised, because the extra skin wasn't taken away. So they're able to experience pleasure at a different rate than men who are circumcised. So that's just one thing. Right now, studies show that there are about 14 to 17 different ways that a woman can reach orgasm, or the peak of her pleasure. 14. Yeah, and I can attest to about 8.
Yes, let's hear about this 8. And have you experienced this 8?
those are the ones that I can attest to, right?
And that's what the red test means.
And so the reason why is because you have squirting, you have coming.
Squirting.
Yeah, squirting. You have coming ejaculation. It's like the woman's version of it. And then you have an orgasm. And orgasm is an umbrella term for where these other two can fall. But orgasm is that peak sensation. That's when the nerve endings, that's when the leg shakes, that's when you feel the rush of everything. When you come, it's more like a cream-based, substance that comes when you reach a certain amount of pleasure. And then squirting, we all know, is completely different because it's a more liquid-based.
Pee?
Which leads me into my next fun fact, is that squirting is not pee, though studies have shown that there are traces of urine. It's not pee. There's traces of urine in it, but let's think about it this way. It comes from, the same hole, but so does pee and sperm. So it wouldn't be unlikely that with sperm, there's traces of urine as well. Exactly. It's bodily. Look, it's bodily fluid, so it's okay, right? I mean, for women that swallow, we're swallowing, semen, and, there's all kind of things in that as well. Not that it's dangerous or harmful, so squirt is not harmful. So they're my little fun facts. We'll talk about squirting a little bit, orgasm, and uncircumcised penises.
I just want to go back to the squirting one more time. Do you squirt from head or penetration?
Penetration.
Make it personal.
Penetration. And the reason why I'm comfortable saying that is because I want women to understand. I know most women do reach orgasm via the clitoris, and that's fine. Most women do experience their pleasure that way. But I will say that I am one of the lucky women who experience, orgasms and squirting from penetration. And I do also get orgasms from the clitoral as well.
But you've never squirted from a guy sucking on your clit?
Once, almost, but I didn't get all the way there yet. So I know it's possible. But it's exhausting.
Very possible.
Squirting is draining. You only got to clean up sheets and it's soaked to the mattress.
So we do that at your place. That's what we're going to do at your place.
Or you can get the waterproof, you put the waterproof thing around the mattress.
I'm glad we're on this topic.
Yeah.
I use it's the mattress protector.
I might need to start selling those on my website.
Listen, but I'm going to tell you why I feel like I was at a slip and slide. I feel like I was at Donny Park because, no lie, so I took off the sheets and I had the mattress cover, the mattress protector. And said lady squirt, but it was just not in the middle. So it was just all this water.
I mean,
I feel like it was like childbirth happened. It was just a lot of water. It was just slipping and sliding. It was like on this plastic thing, and it was just a lot. So I'm not gonna lie, I don't like using mattress protective cover, whatever, mattress protector. I'd rather spread like a million towels, or maybe on the floor, or be do it at a hotel, whatever. But I don't like, because it really sits, it's like a puddle of water.
You used it wrong.
How I use the mattress protector wrong?
You used it wrong. You put the mattress protector over the mattress, you put the sheets over, and since you don't want it to be a puddle.
The sheets would get wet.
In that spot. It's a mattress protector, not a sheet protector, baby. Let me mess up these sheets and quit playing with me.
No, but okay, the mattress, we know what the mattress look like. So then I put the cover in the mattress, zipped it up, right? So then I'm supposed to put the sheets over it.
Yes.
But then the sheets would get messed up.
It's a mattress protector, baby, not a sheet protector.
But think about it too, though. My sheets wasn't that thick, so it was like she squirts a lot. So it would have still been. So
and you can use a towel or two for extra, but the key to it is that you'll get maximum absorption from the actual fabric and the fibers, and then the residual will be on the mattress cover, and then now it's just moist. It's okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, you protected the mattress.
Whatever. But what?
I'm like, I need to start selling them now.
Because I love women that squirt. Like I love it. Like that shit is so sexy. Look how draining it is. It's an ego booster.
It's exhausting.
Fuck, guys, it's an ego. Oh. Have you ever cried during sex? Because that's another level of orgasm. Did you know that?
Okay, so we're going to talk about that. I want to touch on the squirting one more time.
Yeah.
It is not a requirement to squirt, and there's no pressure. Because I don't even always want to squirt. Like, sometimes I just want the orgasm. Sometimes I just want to come.
Yeah, I want to hear that. Now that I know I made you spring a leak, my ego is like every time. And if I don't see water, I'm upset. Like, I need...
But you can't do it all the time. Sometimes you're not hydrated enough, or sometimes your body is literally not craving
Gatorade.
that.
Always going to be ready by the side. Drink up this wine. Go ahead. Get hydrated right now.
Go ahead. You know what?
Just drink up.
So let's go ahead, okay? So what was the next? All women don't squirt.
I always thought, real quick, creaming was like a woman waving the white flag. Like, it's white. Like, surrender.
You know what?
My bad.
I mean, but you know what? She could be surrendering herself to you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's the thing. And that's how orgasm works. You know, you are surrendering yourself to pleasure. You're relinquishing all control. You're allowing yourself to just be free. And that's what orgasm feels like for women. So that's why I encourage women to be confident, be open, like let go of everything. Like just let go.
So like we were saying, like when a woman is creaming, right? Mm-hmm. What does that signify, and how was that achieved? And then we'll go into like the squirting.
Yeah, so penetration and stimulation will bring about different secretions. Now, with the secretion, you do want to make sure that it's not of a dark yellow color or green, or it doesn't have an odor. Yeah, or it's not cottage cheese like. So as long as there's like a creamy, mostly white consistency, it could be white clear, it could be white, it could be like ivory. As long as it's creamy, then there's no alarm. The alarm shouldn't go off. Yeah, that it's an STD or an STI, but also it does not smell. There's no odor. Regular body odor is one thing, but an actual odor, not good. That's like a sign of an infection. And then, obviously squirting is the liquid. So those are the differences between the squirting and the creaming.
Yes. Okay. And I brought up crying, right? Because in my travels, I've had the pleasure, and it was very scary because it's the first time like I was intimate with a woman, and she really just like cried, and I was like, did I do something? She's like, no. Like when I reached this like level of euphoria, orgasmic feeling, she was crying tears.
Yeah. And
I've had that happen 2 to 3 times in my experience. So like, what is that? Have you ever cried? And if you, but can you? I'm slow down. I'm getting excited. Okay. Explain crying, during sex, and then I would like to know, have you ever cried during sex?
Yeah. So it's funny. This is when you need to listen to your spirit tell you to do something. Because I actually wanted to do some research on this because I cry during sex. And sometimes I crave it.
You cry. I'm sorry.
You get on my nerves. And sometimes I crave it, right? And I crave it because it's also an emotional release. Like for me, sex is, and this is not for everybody, but I do like my sex to be aligned. We talk about tantric sex. We talk about the balancing of like the chakras. And so when I'm aligned.
It's a lot. Maybe you need chakras. Right? It's like you need a whole damn glow party. Like,
look, that's when you want a real good intimate experience, okay? You bring out all the stops. Toys are not always necessary. Look, I could be the toy.
But going back to the crying, you said you cry, you boo-hoo.
Yes,
right?
And so for me, I crave that sometimes because I crave that level of intimacy. I crave that level of release. And so, like you said, it's a euphoric feeling. It's this feeling that goes beyond just the physical. You start feeling it in an emotional sense. Your nerves are being triggered in a way that it tells your brain to release, and you release everything, and sometimes it comes out in the form of a cry. So you're doing a great job.
Wow.
You're doing a great job.
Wow.
You got them releasing,
Listen,
you got them relinquishing control. You got them
This is coming from the good guy. Y'all ladies sleeping on the good guys can't give you good sex. Listen, I'm a good guy giving you that bad boy sex.
I mean, hey. Look, it's packaged nicely. Why, do a little something.
Because sometimes bad guys just feel like, I got it like that, a little too cocky. It's like, I don't want to rehash that, but I'm just throwing a little shot because I know they're going to come for me in the comments. I welcome it.
Now, I will say, because again, it's not that the bad boys can't be intimate when they have a partner that can communicate, right? And they care enough. I think if a bad boy cares about his woman enough, he's going to make sure she's straight. It might be an ego thing. He want to make sure she's good, and that's fine. But with the good guys, maybe the intention is just different, and it's there a little earlier on because your intention initially is to please and satisfy your partner. Yeah. So again, that comes from being an intentional lover. Like, are you intentional about my pleasure? Do you prioritize, me coming and me having a good experience? Because like we said earlier, it's about the experience.
Got it. What is, like, I would say, something you ultimately are looking forward to in the bedroom? Like, sexually, like what is, okay, no, scratch that. Is there a, like, damn, I would love to experience this sexually? Like, what is your, I guess, sexual, how you say that?
Bucket list?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Like,
so I do have a sexual bucket list, but we don't disclose that to.
can you give one that is like, sort of like you could share, and if you can't, then I'll leave it alone.
I would like to experience voyeurism and exhibition, right? So voyeurism and exhibition in BDSM world and kink is voyeurs like to watch their partners. They like to watch in general. Obviously, I'm a consent watcher, watch with consent. And exhibition is like to be watched. So I think that that's something, and I think it's something that we all can explore.
Oh, so like, I would be watching someone having sex.
If you're a voyeur.
Yeah, and then, and the opposite of that, somebody watching me is called a...
No, being watched. So if you like to be watched, you're an exhibitionist. That's where you get your pleasure. And that can be tied to intimacy too, because I never want people to mistake that BDSM and kink can hold a lot of intimacy. So one of the things that I created in the app that I partnered with earlier this year, we talked about, I created activities around getting to know your partner to be a better lover. But by the end of the challenge, now we're getting physical because you feel deeply connected to your partner. You've done these activities, you've allowed yourself to be more open, more vulnerable, get through some of the, trauma and pain. Take off the emotional hat sometimes. Just be a friend, be present for your partner. And then you put it back on and it's like, okay, I got to see my partner in another light. Haven't seen that in a while. So by the end of the challenge, we get into the physical activities, and one of them is allowing your partner to watch you, because sometimes your body changes. You might play with yourself while you're alone, and you do something different than what you guys explore in the bedroom because your body's changed. You've discovered something about yourself. So by allowing your partner to watch as a voyeur and you an exhibitionist, you now allow them to explore your body in a different, intimate way. And I think that's one of the most intimate acts you can do with your partner, is to let them watch you.
Damn, well said. What does a 7-day challenge consist of? Like, what are the titles? Like, what is day one looking like? Like, break that down, please.
Ooh, I'll be honest. So because of the way the 7-day challenge is set up, there's a database where I had to come up with up to 30 activities on some days. And when you take tests, it gives you a variation of things. So no one person gets the same thing. Yeah, that's how deep it went. So off the top of my head, I could not give you like probably 100 things that we came up with.
I guess,
but
5 if you can, or if you know, 7,
a few.
whatever.
Yeah.
A few.
So one of the days we do is be a friend. So be a friend means that if you are coupled or in a relationship or more than one, partner, you would take all expectations off the table of your partner showing up for you as a partner and romantically. And this allows you to get back into tune with the person that you met, the person you met before all of the responsibilities came to play. And you guys interact with each other for 24 hours as friends. Right? And so then the next day,
sexual talk, nothing.
No sexual talk, no anything. But imagine,
if you're my friend, you like talking about something. Right.
But imagine, especially, and we're going to talk about it, for couples who have been together for a long time, they have all these expectations to fulfill the roles of being husband, being wife. You get to take that hat off for 24 hours.
I like that.
Whereas my husband, you don't have to worry about anything. Like, let's be friends. You want to go out to the bar, go have a drink. You want to come home, play some board games. Like, whatever it is that we do.
Different level of intimacy.
Different level of intimacy, right? You see your partner in a different light. You see them as a friend. And then from there, what you're allowed to do is the next day, the next 24 hours, you reconnect. Because now it's like it's somebody new, right? And so for that, one of the activities that I created was change your partner's name in your guys' phone and text each other. Because now you're new people. So instead of Shae, today I'm Monique.
I better remember that, because listen, shit, I might be texting an actual Monique and I'm like, hey girl, I want to eat that ass. You're like, what's me? This is Monique, your accountant. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, so, just remember to change the name back, but I do like
yes,
that.
right? Because
just new ways to reinvent the wheel, basically.
Yes.
Because, I am single. Audience knows that. And sometimes I'm like, okay, how can people be together so long? And, I remember one time I was like, remix the kitty. So like, women would be like, for like V-Day or birthdays, men would just get the vagina, the vulva. And I'm like, fine, if you only give me the vulva, granted, you gotta remix it. And the way you're saying is like, look, we together. Yes, it is the same box, but I can mentally, or we can mentally change that narrative. So I like that. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, and this is something you could do just because. Like, can you imagine, like, just because on Taco Tuesday when, you know, one of y'all didn't work or one of y'all got home early, so y'all got the kids taken care of and down, and y'all been texting all day, and you've been texting Monique on Taco Tuesday, and she said she wants you to stop at the burrito truck, go get us a little something. Y'all come home, and then it's like, okay, Monique, I got you. What's up? What you want? I came to deliver what you wanted, you know? And it's like y'all play off the narrative.
You want to get taco, but I don't know if it's on the truck.
Look, I'm from California. You know, we love a good taco truck. No, but
yeah.
you know, you give your partner now the opportunity to even sometimes be a different person. Be the person that they don't get to be all the time because they're under so much pressure. So they already took that hat off. They're feeling good. They're feeling refreshed, rejuvenated. Oh, now I'm about to be a different person? Oh, you... What? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's a form of role play, but I think that, you know, it can go unnoticed sometimes, and we got to, you know, bring a little faux play back into the bedroom.
Where there are, so did you do all stuff, or was it?
No, I just gave two of the days.
Okay, two of the days.
I just gave two of the days.
Inner, outer, don't forget.
And, oh, yes, so we also want to touch on the inner, outer of intimacy, right? Or is it?
So intercourse and outer course.
Yes, that's what it is. Yes. So explain what is we know, but let's just say what is intercourse and what is outer course.
Yeah. So intercourse is the actual act of penetration with your partner. And outer course is anything outside of that. So you're able to explore outer course non-penetratively. So people who might be asexual, sometimes it doesn't mean that they, you know, don't.
Do it again.
Okay.
So explain intercourse, outer course.
Yeah, directly on you right now.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
On Shae.
So don't even ask a question, just okay,
Just
got
answer.
it.
Okay. So intercourse and outer course are two different things. Intercourse is the actual act of penetration during a sexual experience, whereas outer course is everything outside of that. So for people who might be asexual, they still do sometimes want to experience sexual acts. And so what that looks like for them is doing things, you know, and we might overlook it, but, you know, dry humping, right? Mm-hmm. Touching each other physically, caressing, kissing, using things like the feather or the pinwheel. Those things could be considered outer course. And, you know, for my people who like to be a little more spicy, if, you know, we do any kind of oral, but oral from a cishet man or a man to a woman or a vagina owner, then, you know, or outer course could be oral sex, if you will. So.
I just heard oral and vagina. That's all I heard. No. I understand.
Oh, aren't you like the vagina fetish or something? You didn't break that down to me. So now I'm interviewing you. Oh, so tell me, Oliver.
Okay.
How are you? What is this, you know, vagina, what is it, fetish?
Yes.
That you call? And it's so different than other penis owners that like vagina or other people that like vagina,
I would
right?
say it definitely is different. So
How
I would explain. We were talking about toes, and I said I have a light toe fetish, but I have a vagina fetish. You said, well, vulva. Let's just say vulva is the correct term. And you said, don't every man. And I'm going to tell you why I'm different. Because for me, it's not about just always trying to eat it. It's not always trying to stick my penis inside her. I look at different vulvas, the color, right? I've met some women that may have freckles on it. Some women, their labias hang a little bit more. Or, you know, some clits are bigger than the other. Some, you know, hair, not hairy. So it's very multifaceted. Looking at different vulvas is just like looking at different women, right? No woman looks the same. So for me, that's my foreplay. That's my intimacy. As I look at it, the vulva, I may ask for pictures or in person, and I'm just like getting mentally stimulated. Like, wow, like, look at this, or like one lip might be shorter than the other. Like it's a spectrum.
You like the variation of the vulva.
You know, variety is the spice of life. So that's why for me it's a fetish, and I don't know what triggered that, but as I got older, it's just like, oh my God, I want to see her vulva, her vulva, her vulva. And it's not even about, you know, trying to smash. It's not about trying to have sex. It's just like, I really like to see. I really just like looking at different vulvas, and if I can, and not even a perverted way. Just want to see it. Well,
Okay, OBGYN.
legal vulvas. Let me just say this: legal vulvas from consenting women. You know, I would. Yeah.
So they call Boosie the hood OBGYN. You gonna take the title?
Yes, because you know what? Shout out, years ago, I was able to go to the GYN with this girl I used to mess with. And for me, once again, it's not about perversion. It's just me understanding a woman better, again, connected, because I would never know what it's like to go to a GYN. I would never know what it's like to be pregnant, to have a vagina, to bleed. So I would ask questions. I would want to see what a woman is like on her menstrual, on the heaviest day.
You really love vagina. Okay, whoa, you love vulvas for real.
Yeah.
So can I ask you, what is your favorite like physical characteristics of? Yeah, I want to know. Because you said
ask
freckles.
the question, son. I'm gonna finish. Go ahead, ask the question.
I just want to know, what are your favorite like physical characteristics of like the vulva?
I said this.
Okay.
And I'm glad you brought this up, because this is when when the show was being created, this is what came up. Well, I brought this up about, you know, the different type of vulvas I like. But the number one, if I can create a vulva, I'm gonna say it again. Oliver Luke likes when the vagina lips look like butterfly wings.
Oh.
Yes. I like big clits.
Okay.
And I like when the outer lips is fluffy, juicy, fat, whatever. You know, now that doesn't mean that the sex is better as far as the feel, but the sex is better because the sex started in my mind. So when I take the panties off and I'm looking at the vagina that if I could create, the vulva that I can create, I'm already like, it's go time. Like, I'm gonna eat this, I'm gonna smell this, I'm gonna examine, I'm gonna talk to her. Honestly, even if the woman is like not as attractive as, say, the last woman I had, but she had the vulva that I wanted, that takes precedent. I'm actually more excited. I'm actually more intrigued, because it's like, let's say, I don't want to call names, but let's just say a woman, I hate the number.
Monique.
No, not even no names. I don't want to do names. I just want to say that, you know, we know when we see someone physically that it may excite us more than the other. I'm going to say that. So it might be a woman I see that excites me a lot more. Just, you know, I'm looking at her. She's walking in the room. Oh, my God. And then we get naked. She gets naked. Cool. And the sex is great. But then I say a woman that's like, I didn't say, oh, my God, too. And I said she's cool. And then, like, we got intimate. But, matter of fact, before we got intimate, she got naked. And, oh, my God, she is my Beyonce. She's my Halle Berry. She's my, you know, Instagram baddie.
Oh, okay.
Because she has the vulva that I like.
I'm going to put that in my back pocket.
Yeah.
I think that I want to start maybe having some conversations with men around, like, you know, what is your dream vulva, or what are your favorite characteristics around a vulva? Because I think that women
like,
can
turns
get...
you want? What are different things? Because people just think, society, especially with men, like fat ass, big breasts, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, and it's like deeper than that. You know, like especially if a person is in tune with themselves and know themselves, it's deeper than just you look good, perky breasts. Like I like my breasts to be saggy.
Or you like real women?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think all women.
He like a little stretch marks on the hips, y'all. He like a little.
All
you
women
know,
are real. You know, all women are real, but it's like I'm just more realistic. Where like I'm not holding the woman experience, the human experience, to just A, B, C, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
You know, it's not monolithic. You know, not linear. So it's just.
Well, to be honest, I was actually surprised by your preference of vulva, because I would not have expected that.
And bushy. Bushy. Woo! But go ahead.
You know what? That's grown man talk. Let me tell you, ain't no man ever turned down no coochie, okay? Because it had a little hair on it. Any man.
I want a little hair. I want a lot of hair.
Look, when y'all on the internet talking about, I'm gonna have to send her away, she ain't got wax, baby. You about to. Are you gonna really have a hard on of a fine woman, and just because she didn't, get her wax. She missed her wax appointment. You turn it down.
And
if you turn it down, I might question.
And that's what I said, because if I'm in a moment, I'm like, nah, I ain't going through that jungle, man. I'm chopping that shit down with my tongue. We going in there. Like, listen, people say, oh, it holds smells. I would say, wash yourself right.
Yes.
Drink your water.
Yes.
And that goes both ways, because I'm not shaming, like only women should drink water and be right. Men too, but I don't deal with men. But what I'm saying is that if I am open to, if a woman have a bush, it's not mandatory, but this is going to the extra, characteristics of the vulva. Like, if a woman is bushy, I don't mean a landing strip. I'm annoyed at landing strips. Please, you have too much time. But I'm talking about the whole thing looking like Jumanji. I'm with it. I want to explore.
Okay. I will say this, because a lot of people have misconceptions about, having hair down there. And one thing is, when you wax, if you immediately have sex afterward, your chances for experiencing infection is increased, right? Because now you have those little tiny pores open and they're exposed. So every now and again, it is okay to allow some of the hair to grow back. And, just from a health perspective, like too much of anything could be a bad thing, but there has to be balance. And so they both have their pros and their cons, like whether it's a preference or whether it's a health thing. Hair on the vagina is not, or on the vulva is not as crazy as people try to make it out to be. It's really not. And as y'all can see, I told y'all these men don't care. Y'all be believing me. Y'all want to go spend $30,000 on a body and $100,000 a year on waxing. He's still gonna hit.
Damn right, home run.
Most men will.
And one more last piece, I wanted to say that, ladies, if you are waxing, shaving, do it for you.
Yes.
Don't do it for that man. Don't do it for that woman. Don't let society bully you. Don't let your friends look. Do it for you. That's all I have to say, fellas. And also, just stop. Like, if you have a preference, then there's ways to communicate that.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's have educated, smart, responsible conversations around that. And that's my part on that.
And if you like to manscape, because I know that some men do like to manscape, manscaping is nice. Once you remove some of the hair, if it's a lot of hair, it does give you more room to go deeper, right? And for a partner that likes, deep penetration, having less hair, having a clean cut down there, it's perfect. And I think also for women and, for myself, women who like ball play, no hair is nice for ball play. We don't have to do it all the time, but every now and again, I want a little ball play. Let me know when you want it by shaving your balls.
So let's say you're about to get intimate with a guy, and he has lots of pubic hair down there. Are you with it, not with it? Do you say something like, what do you do?
So long as there is no smell or odor.
No smell, but it's like he ain't shaved in 3 years.
Oh, yeah, that's not a problem.
Oh.
Yeah, but it depends, right? It also depends. Yeah. I will say this, though. Trimming it down is a preference, but I have conversations before we step into the bedroom. That's a must.
Always? You never had a one night stand?
Always. We always have conversations before.
You never had a one night stand?
No. I know.
That's not bad, because I sound like I'm shaming you. I'm just
saying, because most people probably, most people do assume, when you're a sex educator, you're having wild, crazy sex.
No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm just
just
looking at you as a human being.
No.
I don't know. I always feel
I haven't. But I always wanted to be a stripper, but that's a different.
Okay,
I'm saying that to say the things that I desire in life that I haven't done. Some wild stuff, I always wanted to get on the pole, whatever.
Are you anti one night stands?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. My mentor has been married to her husband for I think about 20 years, and they had sex on the first date. And I've heard plenty of people who also have. But to finish my point about the manscaping, it's a preference thing. But I will say a nice trim, depending on how sensitive she is down there, because you don't want to irritate your partner.
Yeah.
So one thing that we do also have to be mindful of is to, soaps change your pH when you're men, when you're women, etc. Don't use soap down there, women. Or vulva owners, but even when your partner uses a certain soap, when it collects in the hair, it can irritate you because it holds those chemicals, it holds those fumes, so it can throw off the pH balance. So it's really important to have those conversations with your partner about how sensitive you are, what kind of soaps you use. I encourage my partners to use the same soap as I do, and that's why conversations for me happen beforehand. I'm sensitive down there. We got a little treasure chest, okay?
Hold up. Speaking of the throwing off pHs, you won't believe what other things can. And I've had this experience like, yo, linty ass towels and linty,
Yes.
yo, like, so, you know,
It's the fibers that
wanna
irritate down there.
I think it was a brand new towel. It had to be brand new because like when you wash it, eventually, you know.
I was gonna say you didn't wash the towel before.
No, it was like, you know what?
Wash
Anyway.
everything when you buy it.
All right,
Wash
all right,
everything.
yeah, right, all right, fine. It was a brand new towel. You know, you caught me there. It's sugar honey iced tea. But anyway, I dried off, and you know, and we were intimate, and she felt something. I was like, I don't got nothing, but if I did, you can't feel STD that fast. Like, what's intimate?
She was sensitive.
So, like, I found out, like, the towel I was using, you know, it had lint on there and then got up there and messed her up. So I say there, fellas, you know, and ladies too, like, you know, be careful, like, washcloth for towels. Like, those are things that you won't know until, like, it's like learning on the job.
Yes, absolutely.
You know, because we have all the, you know, the obvious generic and, you know, consistent things, but even, you know, a towel or whatever, or sometimes people want to, like, put a little lotion. Fellas, stop putting lotion on your penis or cocoa butter or whatever, you know. But with that being said,
wait, can I say something? You could put a little cocoa butter down there in case you know, because if it get, let me tell you why. If it get ashy, not before sex, but sometimes some skin does get really dry, and so something natural is always going to be best.
Spit on it. It's natural. Spit on it.
Okay.
No, yeah, spit is not good. I know.
No, we're not gonna do that. But I'm saying, like, I'm outside of sex. I'm saying in general, like, you know, if it get a little ashy, sometimes depending on the person, you know, eczema's a thing. It can dry out, and then you get those dry splotches. I've seen it. I've heard of it. I've been,
So
you know, oh my God, I think something is wrong.
Lotion for the penis and
I think I
lotion
need
for the kitty.
I need some lotion penis. You know what I'm saying? Say that again. Okay.
No. So with that being said, we have to come to a close. Like, I really can talk to you forever.
I had another
and ever
spicy
and
little
ever.
thing, but okay.
We gotta save that, you know, off camera. But once again, this is Aid to Table Presents 101. I'm with the lovely
Shae, also known as Shae is Love.
And tell them where they can find you real quick.
You guys can find me on IG at Shae is Love. You guys can find me on Instagram at Shae is Love, and check out my YouTube channel, Shae Daily. So go to YouTube and type in Shae Daily, ShaeDaily.
Once again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Check us out on YouTube. That's Aid at the Table. Add us, talk about us, let your mother, sister know. Aid at the Table is where it's at. Thank you. Until next time, it's your boy Oliver.